Black Ops 7 skill-based matchmaking is apparently not a thing, but yet a lot of people are still complaining they're finding lobbies very, very difficult. Now, I've noticed this in some of the games, and I'm going to explain why you might be finding this difficult and what you can do to maybe improve and have a better experience and find some easier lobbies so you can have a little bit more fun. Now, of course, it depends on your skill level. What you might think is difficult is not difficult for somebody else, so it all does vary. But if you do enjoy Black Ops 7 videos, guys, definitely drop a like, subscribe if you're new with notifications on so you don't miss a single video here on the channel. With that being said, let's jump into everything. So skill-based matchmaking did ruin Call of Duty, and over the last few years up to the current Call of Duty that's just been launched, we've had some very bad experiences. Like, the game has not been fun, it's not been enjoyable, and Call of Duty have really upset the community in terms of, you know, matchmaking. And I know there's a lot of other stuff, but matchmaking has been a key factor. As we're aware, in the beta of Black Ops 7, they decided to try the open matchmaking and see how that went and see if people would enjoy it, and it turns out we all did. We all really enjoyed it, hence why it's in the full game. But like I said, it doesn't feel like we're getting that full open matchmaking experience. Don't forget, not everybody has purchased the game yet, and the game, it will be still balancing itself out, so it will take a little while before we start seeing the lobbies being a little bit more friendlier to us. But we are going to discuss what you need to do to set things up correctly. First of all, if you are playing with friends, you want to make sure the person is hosting with the lowest KD. So whoever is the lowest KD with the guys that you're playing with, they want to be hosting lobbies so that you can actually find yourself some slightly easier lobbies. Now, that is one thing you guys do need to start doing, because you will find it a lot easier. Yes, you will still get some lobbies where it's a little bit sweaty, but that's the whole point of the open matchmaking that we have added into us. Now, I saw on Twitter last night actually that a lot of people are complaining about the quick play modes. Now, these should be open matchmaking, but a lot of people are still complaining no matter what you click on. So if you go into quick play, it'll state that matchmaking where skill is minimally considered. However, people will then niche down to specific game mode. Now, players that like to go for high kills and get themselves, you know, lots of kill streaks, get nukes, and play a good objective game, you're going to find them in game modes like domination and hardpoint. So naturally, you are going to find a lot of players who are, you know, quite experienced and used to the game playing in these lobbies. So if you're not wanting to, you know, find as many difficult games, you might want to be looking at game modes like kill confirm and team deathmatch, where a lot of casual players will play them modes due to the fact it's going to be a little bit easier and it's not more focused on getting the kills and the objectives. This will be a lot more easier for yourselves. Now, what I've also noticed is if you select multiple options, so for example, if you select pretty much every option barring free-for-all, if you're playing with your friends, you'll soon find that you are getting easier lobbies as well, because there's a lot of new players every year that don't know how to filter this new mechanism on how you search for games. If you remember rightly, back in the olden days of Call of Duty, you would just select an individual game mode and you wouldn't have to, you know, mess about selecting which game mode you want, how many you want to rotate through. You will just play, say, just domination, just team deathmatch, etc. So if you have a multi barring free-for-all, you will find yourself getting yourself some very easy lobbies, for the simple fact is everybody's going to be doing it. Now, before you even click quick play, there's a few options there right away. You'll also find a lot of people just pressing the team deathmatch option, especially new starters who, once again, are not too great with Call of Duty. You'll find them clicking that option quite regular, so you will find a lot of easier lobbies in there. I found when I've gone in them lobbies, I'm pretty much the only guy that's prestiged, so you'll have a lot more fun doing it that way, along with Core Mosh Pit. Now, a lot of people are playing Core Mosh Pit at the moment, for the simple fact is they've got a variety of different modes that they can play and level up and enjoy the game. A lot of people are clicking this as well, guys, so if you aren't clicking it, then definitely do so and play the Core Mosh Pit. It has been looked into by a few people, including myself, and we found that Core Mosh Pit is the best place for the easier lobbies. So if you do want to play a variety of game modes without having to mess about with a quick play, definitely start playing Core Mosh Pit. Of course, you can switch to standard. You can go on the standard Mosh Pit if you want to play, you know, skill-based matchmaking lobbies, and that's where matchmaking, you know, skill is more important in the consideration of matching people up. But personally, if you're wanting the easy lobbies, stay away completely from standard. I know a lot of people think, oh, standard, does that mean the standard open matchmaking that we've had previously? No, it does not. If you actually read the writing on the right hand side, it'll literally tell you that, you know, it's for the more skilled games, and that's more more important and more consideration is put towards that. You'll not find many people actually playing that mode at all. You'll see a lot of players just playing the quick play modes, etc. Now Skirmish as well, if you want to play Skirmish the 20v20, there's some nice size maps on there, and there's a couple of there's literally just one game mode, obviously Skirmish on there. So there's a map player size of 40, it will be 20v20. You do have a couple of missions on there as well, what you will be doing, and you'll find a lot of people who maybe like Battlefield and they wanted to try Black Ops 7 and want that bigger map, that bigger experience in, in terms of player counts. You'll find a lot of people on there who like that kind of thing. Now usually it does tend to be a lot of people who don't want to play Lights of Domination, Hardpoint, who want the the more skill based, the more objective based game modes you'll find a lot of people in there. So that is pretty much like what you need to be playing, guys. Now it can vary still, if you did want to use a VPN, that's your choice. I do not promote them. I'm not interested in stuff like that. I generally just play the game, and if I have a bad game, I have a bad game. If I have a good one, I have a good one. I'm not overly bothered. But I know a lot of you guys that watch my videos do like these kind of videos where I explain how you can do it. I know previously I would have discussed like, oh, you need to die X amount of times consistently on like 10-20 games, destroy your KD, this, that and other, but it's just not ideal, guys. Like, what's the fun in that? Like, if say you've only got 2 hours a day where you can just sit down, chill, play some games with your friends, who seriously wants to just sit down there and just destroy the KD just so they can have 3 or 4 good games? It's really not worth the time, it's not worth the effort. You could have played a good chunk of games with your friends. So I would recommend doing what I've said, guys. Like I said, hopefully this will help you, find the easier lobbies, but I reckon within a week or two, these methods are not going to be needed. We do have Nuketown 24/7 coming literally next weekend as well. So a lot of the sweats will be moving to Nuketown like myself, I can't lie. But if you've enjoyed today's video, guys, drop a like for me. Let me know how you're finding the lobbies as well, because I am quite interested on what your experiences have been so far throughout, the course of the game being released. I know it's only been released since, what, the 14th, so it's only been released a few days. But please, let me know down below your thoughts and opinions. I am very, very interested. Like I say, if you have enjoyed today's video, guys, drop a like. Do check out my partners, Control Freaks and G Fuel. I'll leave links down below for you guys to check out and save yourself some money at checkout. But thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, I'll catch you on the next video.